What is going on, everyone? I hope you had an awesome weekend. I just wanted to say thank you to all the new subscribers to the channel. I'm feeling very humbled and appreciative of those that are finding my content and engaging with me. And also thank you to the community as well, who's been posting some great comments, reaching out to me through my website. I'm learning a lot of you have some really interesting backgrounds, and it's cool to connect with people. This is just a passion project of mine, the Quantum Bull. I built it just a lot of late nights, up until 3 a.m, building out a website and building this YouTube channel. And the main goal is just to add value to this conversation and try to organize all this information that's out there about quantum computers. So thank you again so much. And today I have a packed video. I want to try to do some quick hits because I respect your time and I know it's Sunday. You don't want to be here forever. Today, I want to cover post-quantum cryptography and quantum safe communications. And I'm going to talk about IonQ, SEALSQ, and ARQQ. And they are all different quantum computer companies. So let's first talk about the problem. We have a packed video. We're going to go fast. So grab a beverage and let's jump right in. I don't know why I did that with my hands. So the emergence of quantum computers poses a threat to current encryption methods. So we currently rely on RSA and ECC, which rely on the difficulty of factoring large numbers. So think a really large prime number divided by another really large prime number, and a current computer can't do that very well. Quantum computers threaten that encryption because they can, and they potentially will be able to in the future. So there's a few ways that quantum computers can threaten encryption. One is they leverage the principles of quantum mechanics to perform calculations that are intraceable for classic computers. Shor's algorithm, a quantum algorithm, can efficiently factor large numbers, which is the foundation for many current encryption algorithms. So our current encryption is kind of based on the upper limits of what our current computers can do, but quantum computers do not have that limitation, which means that there is an ever increasing and imminent threat of quantum computers getting to information that was previously protected by RSA encryption. This means that a sufficiently powerful quantum computer could break encryption keys used to protect data, potentially exposing sensitive information. And we're also in kind of a time where the quantum computer is not quite yet powerful enough to do this. So a major concern is attackers are storing and intercepting encrypted data today and waiting for the development of these quantum computers to decrypt it later. So there's a lot of problems. That's why there's a need for post-quantum cryptography. So the implications for cybersecurity are pretty crazy. So finance, government, telecommunications, all could potentially be hacked. Organizations need to be proactive in preparing for the quantum era to protect their data and systems from potential attacks. And this includes implementing strong cybersecurity practices, staying informed, and collaborating with cybersecurity experts, quantum companies that specialize in quantum safe cryptography. Okay, so IonQ expands quantum networking patent portfolio to meet strong demand for secure communication. So what is that telling you? That means people, companies are worried about their data and their data being accessed or decrypted by quantum. So IonQ announced strong momentum towards its technological roadmap with a portfolio of nearly 400 granted and pending quantum networking patents that IonQ owns or controls in the US or internationally. So that seems like quite the portfolio that they've built already. They acquired Qubitekk at the end of 2024, and last week, and it has secured a controlling stake of ID Quantique IDQ, a global leader in quantum safe networking and sensing. And I did pull up an article for this. I just highlighted a couple pieces of that article. So we're in the Russian nesting doll of articles here, but we want to cover this, okay? So IonQ is to acquire IDQ to form the world's largest quantum safe network and quantum networking provider. As part of this transaction, IonQ will join forces with IDQ's teams, pioneering products and growing the book of quantum networking business in its global quantum ecosystem. The investment will strengthen IDQ's position as the global leader in quantum safe cryptography and quantum detection systems. It will also contribute to accelerating the development of global quantum safe networks and quantum networking markets and partnerships, especially in the USA. So if we look back to CES, not too long ago, it was IonQ and their representative on that panel saying, we need to build the quantum internet. All right. So quantum networking, quantum computing for IonQ are highly synergistic. And we believe that IonQ is the only quantum company that has an inherent leadership advantage in the quantum networking market segment. Per the new report, the growth in quantum networking is driven by the growing need for scaling quantum computing through distributed networks, heightened awareness of the need for new data solutions, and new unique capabilities like quantum sensing and ultra-accurate time synchronization in emerging technical fields. So what do we take from this article? IonQ has a lot of patents. They're making big plays, acquiring smaller companies in quantum networking, and they're preparing for the flood, which is already starting to happen, of companies, enterprises, businesses, finance, government, lining up at the door saying, hey, we need to protect our data. Help us out. And quickly, let's just take a look at IonQ's charts. I'm going to remove my drawings here. We know that recently we've seen what could signal a reversal in price. And I'm zoomed out here. I always like to zoom out on stock charts so we can see the whole story. We know that pre-quantum crash, this was almost a $50 position. We know post-quantum crash that IonQ held this $40 level. And in these macroeconomic conditions, we've seen IonQ also report some earnings that were lackluster, and we've seen some sell-off, and we're all the way down to this $20 point. But we're seeing now what seems to be or could be the start of a recovery. It's hard to say in this market with so much of the market is news driven. And when we're talking about technology companies, especially small cap tech companies, it's important to remember that we're only going to do as well as the market we're in. As much as I would love quantum to just be completely have zero correlation to wider tech and the wider stock market, that's just not the reality. If investors are feeling extremely risk off, then quantum stocks are going to have a tough time. I mean, that's just the reality. They still have a lot to prove. It's still an emerging technology. So we just have to acknowledge where we are in this process. Now, currently, we know after the quantum crash that we hit this $25 level. And I think this is really interesting because we can see the story on the chart here. We've actually dipped below the quantum crash level. And I could see 25 being a key support going forward for IonQ. And I actually think it's a fantastic time to build a position in this company if you believe in their mission, their patents, their cybersecurity, and everything else. I mean, I've covered IonQ extensively on this channel. They're one of the best quantum pure plays out there. Okay, let's take a look at SEALSQ. So we know SEALSQ, semiconductors and quantum. SEALSQ will showcase its latest quantum-resistant chip and PKI services next week at Embedded World Electronic Fair in Germany. So from March 7th, SEALSQ post-quantum secure chip safeguards crypto wallets against emerging quantum threats. So crypto is definitely vulnerable here in this whole quantum revolution that's starting to happen before our eyes. A company that focuses on developing and selling semiconductors, PKI and post-quantum technology hardware and software products today announced the launch of its post-quantum secure chip, a cutting-edge solution designed to protect cryptocurrency wallets from the emerging threat of quantum computing. We also know that one of the reasons for SEALSQ recent great performance in the stock market has been this letter that was issued from the CEO. We've covered this on the channel before, but essentially what this came down to is they have a clean balance sheet and a strong financial foundation. They have a $93 million sales opportunity and pipeline supporting long-term growth. And they're acquiring IC Alps in an exclusive agreement to enhance their semiconductor design capabilities. And pending approval, what should happen, that's going to be a powerhouse software, hardware collaboration. So SEALSQ remains an interesting and strong player. All right, let's look at SEALSQ and do some quick price analysis. So we're zoomed out. We want to see the whole story. We know that at one point LAES was touched $10, and we see that it chopped around at 4. It's dipped down into the low 2s. And then recently, so if we go all the way back to March 4th, which is barely 2 weeks, I mean, not even fully 2 weeks ago, we've seen a 67% move in SEALSQ. Can it continue this rally? Can it build a stronger base and momentum? It looks like we're signaling a reversal here. All right. And our final company today is ARQQ. Trades on the NASDAQ is ARQQ. It looks like they have partners like Intel. And I like on their website that ARQQ right away is saying secure data from harvest now, decrypt later. So this is putting front and center the very real problem that bad actors are starting to collect data, and they know these quantum computers are coming, and they know that they'll have a chance to get through the encryption and get to things that they're not supposed to. I also like the marketing language on their website. Your security challenges are growing. So speaking to the enterprise, the business, the financial sector, your problems are multiplying. We secure edge devices and critical infrastructure with our strong, scalable, simple, standards-based security. They have a way to talk to an expert. They have a link here, encryption intelligence, the problem. For today's enterprises, encryption stands as the crucial safeguard against every sophisticated cybersecurity threat. With breaches becoming more frequent, organizations faced heightened risks, including those posed by nation-state actors. ARQQ's encryption risk provides a tailored solution to tackle these pressing challenges head on. Book a call today. Understand, assess, and mitigate. Monitoring, encryption discovery, identification, classification, risk assessment, and mitigation. Encryption management process. Improve your security, comply, quantum ready, customize approach, data-driven insights. I really like how they lay this all out here on their encryption intelligence page. I also went in, took a look at their company profile on their investor page. ARQQ supplies a unique quantum safe symmetric key agreement encryption platform, which makes the communications link of any network device, cloud machine, or data at rest secure against current and future forms of attack, even from a quantum computer. Spooky. All right, and how has ARQQ been trading? So if we measure the move, ARQQ at one point was trading at 50. They're down 74. They're down 70%. Let's measure the move. They're down 74%. Now, if we zoom in a little bit more, we see recently there's been what could be the beginning of a reversal. We also see some nice volume coming in. If we zoom out, we can see that volume wasn't there. It's coming in more. We've got beautiful price action, and ARQQ is looking like it could be a promising quantum cybersecurity play. So what do you all think? Do you think that quantum cybersecurity will be a big thing in the future? I personally think that this market in particular is going to explode. It might be one of the first use cases. The reason I think that these companies are going to be in such demand is think about the headaches these IT departments are going to have at these big institutions and government. when their data is breached by a quantum computer. It's as simple as that, you guys. Like, we don't have to make it complicated. Eventually, the technology is going to get ahead of where it is now, and these computers are going to shift the playing field. The playing field is going to change entirely. So I hope you all have enjoyed this content. Hope you have a great weekend. Talk to you all soon.